Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video I'll be discussing Bitpanda and doing a full review, considering the previous review was done a considerable time ago. So I'll be reviewing the platform, discussing what the platform's all about, what they do, and whether it's worth investing with them. So this is Bitpanda. This is a really good platform. Firstly, we'll go through where they're based, whether they're regulated, what they actually do, and then we'll jump into why I use them and whether you may consider using them as well. So firstly, Bitpanda, they're mainly a crypto based platform, so they deal with a wide range of cryptocurrencies. Crypto index funds are known as crypto indices on the platform. Precious metals, commodities. They also do a bit of CFD as well, so if you want to leverage any into that sort of thing, they also do that as well. They also do ETFs, stocks as well, the popular stocks. They don't do every single one, but it's mainly the popular ones like your Teslas and your Amazons. So that's what they mainly deal with. Now, they are regulated by the Austrian relevant regulated body, and they're also regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority here in the UK as well. Now, you're probably thinking, well, are these guys new kids on the block and I won't, take the risk? But the reality is that they've actually been around since 2014, funny enough. But they're originally based in Austria. They were founded in Vienna, and they have a very strong user base as they've got millions of users. They offer a wide range of features, so you can swap cryptos, which a lot of platforms you can't do. You're unable to do. You can only do that with some of the crypto platforms, but not all of them. They allow you to access various charts, and you can also see what the progress is. Some platforms don't allow to do that, or they have a very short sort of span of how long you can see the data for. So, for example, 7 days or 30 days or whatever. Whereas this, you can expand it to 5 years and so on and so forth. They also allow bank transfer for you to deposit your funds via credit card. They also offer a savings plan, which I don't use as of yet, and the reason why I don't use it is because of the fact that they generally charge 1.49% for purchases, including deposits. So I'm not. The way I see it is that will eat into my profits. So I generally don't do the savings plan, but I might plan on doing it a bit later on once I've built up my core portfolio. Because at the moment I'm only just investing in the crypto indices as a satellite approach. So I'm just experimenting at the moment with various cryptocurrencies, crypto index funds, as well as some commodities as well. So you could invest in a wide range of commodities from precious metals all the way to corn and oil and various other bits and pieces as well. So let's dive straight into it. So as you can see from the top, you could select the different types of assets. You've got your crypto, you could leverage your crypto indices. Your leveraging is your CFDs and that sort of thing if you're into that. If you're into trading short term, I'm an investor, so I don't really get involved with that. You've got your stocks. They generally have the popular stocks. You've got your ETFs, commodities, and your precious metals, which we've already discussed. So the reason why I use Bitpanda is mainly because of the crypto indices. Now, if you click on that, and you've got a list of crypto indices here, I generally invest in the BC5. As you can see here, you own £110 worth. Now, with the BC5, what you have to bear in mind is that this has 5 sets of assets. Now, when you click on that information tab, this is what comes up. So it tells you what the total return is, the 24-hour return, the average buy price. If you click on close, it's cropped up again. So if you have a look at the actual assets that's within this particular fund, it shows you what they've invested in. So you've got a certain percentage in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Ripple, Dogecoin, and look at the percentages here. So the majority of it is in Bitcoin. You've got the second highest holding in Ethereum. Then you've got it in Binance and in Ripple. I remember previously they didn't have Ripple because Ripple had their ongoing court case, and they replaced Ripple with, I think it was Cardano back then. and they had Polkadot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's certainly, they didn't have Doge and they didn't have Ripple. They had Cardano and they had another one. So they've clearly rebalanced that. They do rebalance this frequently, because they do send me emails quite a lot. Now, if you have a look here, how many times they've rebalanced it. I paid, I think it was about £100 a while ago. If you have a look there, it says £98.52. It was £100, but taking out the fees, it's £98.52. Now, if you have a look at the amount of times they've had to rebalance it, in December they've rebalanced it. They've not added anything. Over there they've removed one and they've added one. Over there they've not really done much, but they've rebalanced it. They've just changed the weightings there in January. They've done the same again. They've done the same again. Now, they've kept doing that until here. Now, this is where they've decided to do some changes. So they've probably removed one of them and added Ripple in there because of the court case that was going to go to the moon. They've not done anything there. They've just changed the weightings. So it's one of those, it looks as though they've just changed Ripple with Cardano, but the whole point of it is that if you're a crypto investor and you do not have the time to keep tab on which crypto to invest in, this is absolutely perfect. It's perfect for me because I generally don't have time to constantly monitor crypto and the way it's going. It's extremely volatile, it jumps up and down like a yo-yo, and frankly I do not have time to keep tabs with it. So generally what I do is I invest in the crypto index funds. Now, originally when I invested, I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll continually invest on a regular basis, but due to other circumstances, I've invested my money in here and I've completely forgot about it. And now, as my plan, as we're approaching towards the end of 2023, I will be looking to invest in Bitpanda as part of my portfolio, because when the crypto crash happened, I stopped investing in Bitpanda along with the other platforms like Coinbase. So these have been neglected because of the fact that the portfolio crashed such a huge amount. I think with Bitpanda it hasn't gone down as much. I think I'm minus £200 or something like that, or £300, whereas the other portfolios like the crypto.com, the Coinbase and the various other platforms, they're down quite a considerable amount. They're down by about 85 to 90%. So they've taken a massive hit here, and it's only going to go one way now. I think we've reached the point where we've tasted a bit of the bottom. I can't see it going any further than what it already has, and if it does, it's likely to bounce back up now. So I think going forward, what I will be doing, I will be adding some money into it, but as part of my 2024 plan, I will be looking to add a savings plan. Now, if you click at the top here, you've got the option of adding a savings plan here. So if you click on that particular savings plan, you could add a savings plan here. It shows you how to actually add one. So that's something that I might consider in 2024. I'll have to reevaluate my finances and assess whether that's something that I want to do. But I think that's about it for Bitpanda. They've got their own sort of token called Best, which is their own token. And if they offer a service a bit like Coinbase, where if you take part in their sort of training, they reward you with best coins, and that's an option that you could potentially go down, but the amount they offer is, it's a modest amount. It's literally next to nothing, and the amount that you have to do, it takes you like 15-20 minutes. But if you've got spare time and you've got nothing to do, it's worth collecting a few free coins there. Who knows, they may be worth quite a lot in the future when the bull run starts. Also, they've got the other service that they offer, which is part of the Bitpanda Pro, which they offer trader charts, which is part of the CFD trading. So as I mentioned, if you're into that sort of thing, that might be a good option to go down. But myself, I'm just a long-term investor. I generally invest and that's it, and I'm trying to get into the habit of regular investing now, so setting up direct debits and setting them, forgetting them. But this is another one of my satellite parts of my investment portfolio. The bulk of my portfolio is mainly in property and index funds. This is a satellite holding that I've got. I think the only downfall to this particular platform that I've found is, one, I don't like the fact that it's got a bit of a lengthy verification process. So it sends me a verification email. Once I verify that, then it sends me a text message. So I have to go through that just to access the website. Another thing is that the other thing I dislike is the fact that they charge an excessive amount, in my opinion, for deposits. It's 1.5%, as I showed earlier. I don't think that's reasonable considering other platforms it's free deposits, unless you are using a different way, for example a credit card or whatever. But general doing bank transfers, I don't think they should be charging for that particular service, but they do. So yeah, that's one of the other things that I don't really like about this platform. But other than that, it's generally a good platform. I'd continue to use it. It's up to you whether you want to consider as well. So yeah, I think that sums it up for today.